Hey, what's up? I'm Ga, this is 7 Mortal Sins. Welcome. Before we jump into today's video, if you could go ahead and give me a like, comment, and subscribe, that would be super awesome. So, I got asked a question on Discord today, link in the description, about how I, get the scores I do in Guild Raid. And now, while we already resolved that question in the Discord, I thought I'd make a good video. So, as you can see, these are my scores right here. And real quick, I will show you the team that I use. Right, so I've got Belial, Summer Lucy, Christmas Satan, Leviathan, and Chino. And just to summarize the team synergy real quick, Belial and Satan are my two main DPS characters. Summer Lucy and Chino are the characters that I use to reduce the boss's defense, and Levy is my flex character. She can do damage, and she also applies additional defense reduction. And if you notice, it's pretty much like a team building strategy or archetype. I don't use any other teams in Guild Raid. This is the only team that I use every day of the week. And if you want to improve your Guild Raid scores, you basically just have to follow a simple breakdown, right? So pick any two main DPS, any two characters that can inflict things like defense break or like agony, anything to reduce defense. And your last slot can be a flex character, it can be someone to support your team, it can be someone to debuff the boss's move gauge, or another defense break character. And you might be wondering, well, wouldn't just 5 DPS characters be better? Not necessarily. So, lowering defense equals more damage. And to show you guys what I mean, I'm gonna do some quick calculations right here, quick math. So let's say we have 5 DPS characters on our team doing 12,000 per hit, and they're hitting 3 times per hit, right? So that means each of your DPS characters is doing 36,000, and we had 5 of them, right? So in one team rotation, you would be doing 180,000. So personally, I've seen some of my DPS characters hit 60,000 per hit, easy. So if we clear this out, let's say we have 2 DPS characters now, and they're both hitting for 60,000, 3 hits. So let's see what that looks like. So we go 60,000 times 3, and we got 2 DPS. Boom, we just doubled our DPS, even though we have 3 less damage dealing characters than a full DPS team. Right? That's the power of defense reduction. So I'm gonna go over some quick options that you can use for your teams. So like I said, I have Belial and Christmas Satan. They're very strong DPS characters. But you can literally use any 2 DPS that you have built and base your raid team around them, like OG Lucy or Christmas Lucy. You can even turn Leviathan into a DPS for this instance if you wanted to, or like Summer Leviathan. Pretty much any 2 DPS characters you have built. And then for the defense break characters, personally, I like to use Chino, and it just happens that Summer Lucifer is other one I have the most investment into. But Sutaler is actually very, very good in guild raids. And that is because not only does she do defense reduction, but she can also hit move gauge. Like, she has move gauge debuffs. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone. So get her to higher skill ups. You know, she's free in the PvP shop, I believe. You know, you can just get her 1 copy of her every month, kind of skill her up, and you can start seeing an increase to your score that way. And then I know Beelzebub also does defense reduction on her skill 1. She's another character you can put in your team for that role. Now, if you're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel, I guess, here, you know, let's say you have a fresh account, you don't have a whole lot of characters, definitely go pick up Staller from the shop once you're able to. That'll help a ton. Oop. And then for Awakers, we have Hannah right here. She has defense break on her ult. She actually pairs very nicely with Sutaler because, you know, Sutaler has the move gauge debuff. It'll let her, you know, give her more time to build up for that ult. And if the boss doesn't take a move, then that debuff stays on them because it is turns of the enemy that your debuff counts. Anastasia has defense break on her skill 1 and skill 2. It is percent chance, which means it's not guaranteed, but I believe at higher skill ups, it goes up to 80%. So it's pretty much close to guaranteed. And then Stolas has defense break on her skill 2. It is 30% chance, so not good. But her skill 1, if you just spam skill 1, you just mash that skill 1, applies Agony, which stacks 4 times 5% defense reduction, so 20%. It's not something you have to wait around for like Hannah. You'll just always have that on there. And that's pretty much it. You know, that's the basics of building a guild raid team. 2 DPS, 2 defense reduction characters, and then a flex. And like I said, you know, just put a support, put another defense reducer, another DPS. That last slot is really, really flexible. It's whatever you think you need to flesh out your team for the raid. And that's pretty much it. Right? You can see everybody's scores here. They pretty much all, you know, do the same strategy, right? And, you know, they're scoring like high millions doing that. It's crazy. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one. I am tired. I need probably sleep, food, who knows. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.